The purpose of the Legacy Project was to recognize a person in our community for all they have done and look closely into all their accomplishments. We chose Miss Beal because of how involved she is in our community in leading Fresno Ethnic Collision, which helped ethnic studies in Edison High School, like AP African American Studies courses. Miss Beal teaches African American Studies, Race, and Social Justice at Edison High School. She participates in lots of community service and advocates for more representation of people of color in schools. Growing up in LA, Miss Beal attended private schools, witnessing lots of diversity and a school that supported the black community. Later, she would transfer into public school in her middle school years. She would move to Fresno to attend Fresno State College and study history and graduate with honors. Impactful people in Miss Beal's life were her high school teacher who made learning fun for her and influenced her decision in becoming a teacher. Some women who motivated her in her journey of pursuing her career were her grandmothers who both demonstrated hard work. Miss Beal states from her mother she learned how to find happiness in hard struggles, and from her father she said she learned how to be funny and to let loose. What did you learn from your parents?
I learned a lot from my parents. From my mom, I learned about how to overcome struggles, how to maintain happiness and joy in hard conditions, how to speak up for myself and others around me. From my dad, I would say that I learned not sarcasm, but how to be funny, how to let loose a little bit.
What made you decide to become a teacher?
I knew I wanted to be a teacher when I was in high school. I had a couple of great teachers. I had a teacher named Miss Lopez who I really admired, who was my history teacher. And I think she was probably one of the first teachers who inspired me to learn history beyond what was provided in textbooks. And so I kind of wanted to spread that same knowledge to other students. So that's why people who are really inspiring to me were my grandmothers. My grandmother on my father's side was a psychiatric nurse, and for her time period, that was a really big deal, especially considering her race. And my grandmother was a homemaker and worked when she needed to work. And she inspired me because she wasn't able to have access to college, being a black woman during her time period. So she was always like, I can't wait to see my name on a diploma because her first name is my middle name.
Yeah.
So it really inspired me that it's not just about me, but it's about my grandparents' legacy and my parents' legacy to keep going. It was a personal challenge. When I was about to start my credential program, my father passed away. So it was dealing with grief, but also having to still go to school and attend and make good grades and study for all of these tests. I'd say that was one of the hard challenges, is overcoming personal things while you're still working professionally. Reflecting on my career, I would not change anything because it's led me to where I am today. I think that I would give other teachers advice of making sure that you're in the right environment to teach, that you have supportive people around you to do the work that you're trying to do. And I would say that schools should sometimes extend beyond just the school building, so to make sure that you're securing support within the actual community reflected where the school is housed. Those are some of the things that I wish I knew earlier in my career, that there is support beyond just the school brick and mortar building. So if I was going to say anything to people struggling, I would say to, one, know you're not alone, but also to find the support and resources that you need, because there are people who care and there's people who can give guidance on how to overcome whatever difficulties are being faced. So I would say to speak up for yourself and speak up for whatever your issue is and try to seek support around that.